Hello, welcome to your standing top to toe flow. It's a nice speedy one that hopefully you can easily fit into your day. So grab a little bit of space, grab a mat and let's get ready to go. By the way, just really quickly, if we haven't met before, my name is Emma. I am registered blind, so I do still have some vision and my guide dog is at the side, but I try to audio describe everything in as much detail as possible so that blind and visually impaired people can also follow along nice and easily, or you don't have to look at your screen so much. But yeah, let's get ready to go. So I was going to say we're going to start standing, but we're going to be standing throughout. I would say there's a lot of balance work in this. My balance is terrible, so I'm really close to a wall, but you can also have a chair or be close to a wall as well, something you can easily hold on to, a countertop. And yeah, we're going to start with our feet nice and parallel on the mat, about a fist distance apart. And let's stand nice and tall. Let's roll our shoulders all the way up to the ears, roll them down your back, feeling like your shoulder blades have dropped down to your heels. Let your arms relax and start to close down your eyes, or maybe come into a soft gaze if that feels more comfortable. And let's just take a moment to switch off from everything that's going on outside of the space you're working in. What you got planned, what you've got to get done, and let's just be a little bit more present. Maybe tuning in to the sounds around us, maybe the temperature of the room, the mat underneath our feet, that sense of touch. Maybe we start to notice how tall we're standing. So can you lift a little taller if you're hunching? Bringing our attention to our breathing. Start to take a deep breath in through the nose, filling out the entire body. Maybe this is the deepest breath you've taken in today. And as you exhale through the mouth, start to draw your belly button away from your clothing, feeling this strong center switching on. As you now breathe in again, can you try to breathe just into the lower part of your rib cage so you can keep that belt, that strong center around the middle. Relaxing your shoulders a little more. With that center switched on, start to rock backwards, lifting all 10 toes, using your core to stay balanced. And then shift the weight forward, slightly lift the heels. And just keep shifting the weight until you find where the feet have equal weight between them all parts of the feet. From there, maybe keep your eyes closed a little longer or blink them open as you start to nod your chin to the chest, pulling the abdominals in still. Maybe feeling your pelvic floor switching on as you start to roll up and over the legs. Not changing the weight through the feet. So as we roll down towards our toes, whether you reach there or not, we're not shifting the weight back into our heels. Good, we're slightly bending the knees if we need to. Arms are like a rag doll, and then slowly roll up bone by bone, sending your tailbone towards your heels. You'll restack bit by bit. On the way up, sweep your arms back behind you, all the way up and over your head, this big circle. Let the arms fall in front and take that roll down again, nodding your chin to the chest. Feeling like a sticker peeling bit by bit off of a wall. Your tailbone slides up that imaginary wall rather than pushing back. Notice how your hamstrings feel. Are they feeling tight this morning or whenever you're doing this? And roll all the way up. Sending your tailbone towards your heels, sweep your arms back behind you, nice big circle. Energy through the arms, you're pressing through water, through honey, you have this resistance. Let's dive forwards again and this time hold it. So if you're feeling dizzy, just lift your head slightly higher than your heart. You can always hold onto your legs if you need to as well. But let's start to bend and straighten through the knees, just warming up those joints a little bit. Letting the knees track in line with the toes, breathing in, breathing out.
Good. Keep the knees slightly soft as we walk our hands up our legs, keeping a soft touch on the legs so we're not putting too much weight into them. As we start to round our back, creating this lovely archway, tucking our head, our tailbone under. And then we go the opposite way. We lift through the chest, the tailbone, creating a hammock shape with the back. And then we round up again. We feel our tailbone, our head tucking under as we scoop into a nice curve. And then we go the opposite way. We lift our chest, lift our tailbone. On the next one, we curve and we roll all the way up to standing. And we start to come into a little twist, just letting the arms feel free as they swing from side to side. We keep the lower body where it is, but we just let the upper body twist, looking over our shoulder. If you've got any back pain, you don't want to twist too much with this one. Just warming up the spine. There's going to be a lot of legs today, by the way, so get ready for the legs. Stand nice and tall. Take a big sweep of the arm all the way up and out to the side. Take that arm over your head and bend over to the side. And then we come back up and we go to the other side. So now the other arm sweeps up by the side of our ear. We take that bend over to the side and we come up. We lift left arm up by the side of the ear. We bend over to the right. We're still grounding into those feet so the weight hasn't changed. And let's go to the other side. We come all the way up to standing. And let's get into our main exercises. So our feet are still nice and parallel. We're going to take that roll down we did a minute ago, but we're going to add some more to it. So nod your chin to the chest. Start to roll down bone by bone. Maybe closing your eyes to feel that movement through the spine. Maybe bending your knees. And then on the way up, we straighten the legs. We send the tailbone towards our heels. We circle the arms back behind us. As they fall in front of our body, we keep them up at shoulder height and we come into a squat. We sit our hips right back like we're sitting into a chair. From there, we lift all the way up. We sweep our arms back behind us, circling them over our head. And we dive forwards, up and over the legs again, reaching down for our toes. We start to pick up the pace slightly. We roll all the way up. Let's circle the arms in front this time. That feels better. Circle the arms in front, out to the side as they swing in front. Then we come into our squat. Something felt different. Now when we come up, the arms sweep back behind us and we go all the way diving forwards, up and over the legs. Okay, let's do this one last time. We roll up, we stand nice and tall. The arms sweep in front of us, all the way back behind us. They swing in front to shoulder height as we sit back into our invisible chair, pushing the hips back. We raise up, we lift the arms in front, back behind us in front, and we come back into a squat, and we just stay doing this. We stand tall, arms sweep by the side of our ears, back behind us, swing in front, we come into a squat. Arms sweep back behind us in front, and we come back down into our squat. So we're just taking out that roll down. Stand tall, swing the arms back, and we start to find a rhythm. Every time the arms fall in front of you, you squat down. Knees tracking in line with the toes. Arms drawing these lovely big circles. Really mobilizing through those arms. You can even do this with weights in your hands as well. On the next squat, we're going to hold it. So we hold here, sitting back into this invisible chair, and we swing our arms back and forth, palms facing in towards us. Energy through the arms as we squeeze our shoulder blades back behind us. We find a nice flat back. Weight is slightly pressing back into our heels. If we wanted to, our toes could lift. Knees are not going over the toes. Push back into those hips. 2. Energy through the arms. You're pressing through resistance. Last one. Reaching in front. Stand nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back and down. Here's where you might need a wall. So turn to face towards the side, and you're going to take your, let me think about this. Take your right foot, we're all going to face the same way. Let's take your right foot off to the side of the mat. Left foot will stay on the mat. Lifting nice and tall. Hopefully you've got something by your side if you need it.
From here, we're going to bring our hands together into prayer, energy through the hands, and sit back into a half squat. So we're slightly hinging our hips back, but not as much as before. Roll your shoulders back and down, and without tipping to the side, slightly shift your weight into your left leg. We're going to come up onto the balls of the feet of the right foot, and we're going to slide that right foot back behind us long, slide it back into our start position. Slide the right leg back and in. So our scooter. Carry on with that. As we do this, I don't want you to be kind of shifting away, bobbing up and down. I want you to imagine the ceiling has dropped just above your head, so you're staying nice and low. The rest of the body is frozen in time. Good. Lovely. When you're ready, take that leg back behind you, that right leg. Here's where you may need the wall to hold on to. Shift the weight a little further forwards into that front leg, straightening the back leg long behind you. And you're going to tap that back leg down to the floor and lift it up. Tap down to the floor, lift it up. So that front leg is really having to work. You're trying to keep your back nice and flat, so core is working as well to keep you balanced. Good. From there, keep the back leg lifted. We're going to lift it up in front of our body. So now it's like a march. Your left leg has straightened, the right leg, the knee has lifted, so it's in line with the hip, and the thigh is parallel to the ceiling. As you squeeze both arms back behind you, like we did for our squat. You then swing the arms in front at shoulder height as you bend the left leg, sweeping the right leg long back behind you to where we were a minute ago. We come up, we squeeze the arms back behind us, we lift the thigh of that right leg up into our knee lift. We sweep the arms in front, we bend that left leg as we come into our lovely little lengthen through the right leg. So we sweep the leg in front, arms go back, sweep that right leg back as the arms swing in front. And our left leg is bending and straightening. I hope this makes sense, by the way. Good. When you're ready, you're going to hold that right leg back behind you. Like we did in a squat, we're going to swing our arms back and forth. If you need to come back to your hinge or squat, do the arm swings on their own, or even in standing, that's okay. We're still working the arms, we're still working the center. Good. From there, we bring that knee all the way up. Hands can go on our hips or into prayer. Shin is facing out in front, knee is up at hip level, the thigh is parallel to the ceiling as we try to open our leg out to the side, squeeze it back to center. If I stand more to the front, open to the side, squeeze back to center without wobbling, without anything else moving. We're strong through the center, we're standing nice and tall. 2, and back in. And last one. And back, we step that foot down and we go for a change of scenery as we switch to the other side. So now the right foot is on the mat, left leg is off. I say that, you might be on carpet and this may not have made any difference for you. I should have said this before. I'm taking my foot off because I'm on wood floor, so I can slide it a bit easier. But anyway, standing tall, feet parallel, we're shifting that weight more into the right leg as we hinge into our little half squat. Energy through the hands. Roll the shoulders back and down. The left foot is going to slide back and in. Remember, we're on the balls of the feet of that left foot. So toes are down on the floor, but heel is lifted as we slide back and in. This front leg is taking the weight. So you're going to feel those legs working as you slide back and in. Carry on with that. As that foot slides in and out, just start to tune in, maybe close your eyes and feel the heat underneath the foot starting to build as we've got that little bit of friction as it goes back and forth. On the next one, keep that left leg back, tip the weight forwards into that front leg so the weight is shifted over and you can lift and lower that back leg up and down, up and down. As you lift that back leg, we don't want to arch through the back. We want to keep our hips rolling in, nice flat back. Every time we lift, we want to squeeze for our glutes. Hands are maybe in prayer, maybe on our hips. Good. Keep that leg nice and lifted behind you. Sweep the arms in front and let's swing the arms back in front. Back behind you and in front for our lovely little balance. Again, you may be standing, swinging the arms back and forth. You may be in a squat, swinging them back and forth if you don't want that back leg lifted. Energy through the arms. Feel the shoulder blades working. Maybe you have weights in your hands. When you're ready, squeeze the arms back as you lift the shin to face forwards. The knee goes in line with the hip, thigh parallel to the ceiling as your arms squeeze back behind you. You then bend that right knee as we swing the arms in front, take the left leg long back behind us. We come up again, the right leg straightens as the left leg lifts in front, like we're doing a big exaggerated march. We swing that left leg back, we bend the front leg as we hinge forwards, reach through the arms. We start to make it flow a little bit more now. Swinging back and forth, feeling that leg working that we're standing on, feeling that power through the arms. Let's go 2. And last one. Swinging back. Drawing it in front, maybe hands on the hips as we open that front leg out to the side and back in. If you need the foot lower to the floor, up on the balls of the feet, maybe we want to do a knee opener here. Otherwise, leg is lifted, open to the side, squeeze back in. Let's go 3, trying to keep our balance. Roll those shoulders back and down. Feel your belly button pulling away from your clothing. Last one. Leg back to center, drop that leg down. Roll the shoulders out, interlace your hands behind your back. Pull them back behind you, open your chest. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, interlace your hands in front of the body, round your upper back, feeling the shoulder blades separate. From there, let the arms swing back behind you, lift them up by the side of your ears. Take your dive forwards, up and over your legs, reaching down to your toes, coming into that lovely hamstring stretch, which we now just hold. Lifting your head higher than your heart if you need to. Just notice whether compared to the beginning, if you can reach to the floor a little easier, maybe your legs have warmed up a little more. Good, heel toe the feet all the way out so they're a little bit wider than shoulder width. Toes pointing out to the front corners of the mat. And start to feel the inner legs getting a stretch as we hold. Good. Heel toe the feet all the way back to parallel. Take a roll all the way up to standing. Roll your shoulders back and down. Sweep your arms up in front towards the ceiling. Let them drop as you breathe out. And you're done. I'm sweating. But yeah, I hope you could feel that. A lot of work for the hips, the glutes, the legs, some work into those shoulders, the upper body. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Lots of balance work there as well. If you did, please do give this video a thumbs up. Really do appreciate that, and it helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I think that's everything. I'll see you next week for another one. Take care. Bye.